Hello, friends. Thank you for watching my video. I really like the way you guys are watching it and sharing your feedback. Thank you very much for that. So today we are going to discuss about first ODI between India versus Australia. Um, some points covering that. What um, what went wrong for both the teams, and we will try to cover up a bit exactly what we can expect in second ODI, which is going to start tomorrow. So let's get started. So in the first one day, which happened yesterday in Wankhede, India defeated Australia by 5 wickets to go one up in the series. This is India's only second win against Australia in Wankhede out of 5 matches. So it is really an important win. Um, Talking about the match, Hardik Pandya, he won the toss and he decided to field first because he anticipated dew, which can impact bowling and fielding in the second inning. Uh, but as I covered in the preview, that dew was not expected at this point of time in Mumbai, whereas in second inning, especially in the first 1.5 hours, ball swing a lot, and the same thing happened. Australian team, they used the swinging condition to its fullest, and India was in a spot of bother. Sorry. So yeah, so let's start it from the beginning. So Pandya, he won the toss and India decided to field first. In Australian team, there was no David Warner, as I mentioned in the preview that he has not fully recovered and he may not play. The same thing happened. I was not aware about Alex Carey, but seems that he was also ill. So Josh English played in his place. So in the absence of Warner, had opened with Mitch Marsh, and Siraj gave an early breakthrough for to India by cleaning up Travis Head with a beautiful ball. But on the other end, Mitch Marsh, he was playing a brilliant inning, and he will be regretting throwing up his wicket when he was all set to score a magnificent century. So he scored around 81 odd runs, and he was looking comfortable against all the bowlers, whether it's seamers, whether it's Shami, Siraj, Pandya, Thakur, or even against spinners. So yeah, he will definitely be disappointed throwing up his wicket when he was at 81. On the other end, Steve Smith was also playing a I would say that a decent knock. Australia was around 120 runs in 20 overs, but they there was, I don't know what kind of instructions they were following. Maybe all the batsmen were just trying to be as hard as possible against Indian bowlers. Maybe it was more kind of a mental thing. They want to superimpose some psychological things on Indian bowlers, but it backfired. From 120 odd in for two, they ended up losing next 8 wickets only on the addition of 58 runs. Here, nothing to take away from the beautiful seam and swing bowling by Siraj and Shami, especially the second half. But definitely, most of the wickets of Australian batsmen were responsible for losing their wicket, except Cameron Green, who got a peach of the delivery from Shami. So yeah, everyone threw their wicket when, especially it was pretty surprising the way Smith and Labuschagne got out, because they are their responsibility, their job is to hold one end and ensure that either one of them are playing the entire 50 overs and ensuring that Australian team is getting a good score. So yeah, Australia will be disappointed there with their batting effort, but like I said, that Australian psychology is never to put down their weapons. They never lose hope, and even if they are defending a small target, they give their best shot, and that's the thing happened. Here, once again, Indian batsman's weakness against left arm seamer who can bowl express fast was again exploited by Mitchell Stark, and this can be a cause of concern. And India need to work upon this. Maybe Vikram Rathore as a coach or Dravid, he should come up with some strategy, or maybe get some Indian upcoming left arm pace bowlers, not medium pace, who can be net bowlers and can help Indian batsmen to overcome the weakness. Because now every team have they have a good left arm pacer who can definitely create issues for India in the World Cup. So if you look at the wicket, no doubt Mitchell Stark, he was bowling beautifully. He was swinging the ball a lot, but all his three wickets, none of them were due to a lot of swing. It was a decent in swing ball, both to Kohli and Sky, but they were unable to judge it, and both of them were LBW. In case of Shubman Gill, he tried to play a shot, and the shot was on. It's just that he failed to keep it down, ended up giving a catch which Levishan took brilliantly. Um, so after the fall of Shubman Gill, Hardik Pandya joined Rahul, and he played a wonderful inning. Pandya played a small, decent inning, which at least soothe the nerves of Indian batsmen in the pavilion, and ensure that at least they have made they got a small partnership, meaningful partnership. On the other end, it was surprisingly refreshing to see KL Rahul playing just like the old KL Rahul. He was pretty confident. His footwork was pretty deciding. He was not unsure about whether to go forward or be remain on the back foot, whether to cut or just leave the ball. Uh, he was pretty confident, and with his cool head inning, he ensured that India is able to win the first one day. I'm sorry. His inning was really very instrumental. He focused on taking a lot of singles and doubles, and he was equally supported by Ravindra Jadeja, whom I feel is now deserve a place in top four of the batting team, considering that Shreyas Iyer is not there, and the way Ishan Kishan is goofing up the opportunities getting. I doubt that he's going to be playing in playing 11 anymore. So you need a left arm batsman in top four, and Ravindra Jadeja has done everything to deserve that place. Just like Shakib plays for Bangladesh, he can play as a top four, as a batsman in top four, and definitely bowl his spin bowling whenever required. He has a game both defensive and aggressive, and he can definitely play at number four going forward. It will also ensure that India can either go for one additional all rounder. It can be that option can be either Washington Sundar, or they can go with Akshay Patel, another upcoming fastly improving all rounder left arm. Just like Jadeja, he also bowled left arm and is a decent left arm batsman. Well, I'll definitely I'm inclined towards Washington Sundar because he is off spinner and he's also a good batsman. Or if the pitch is not conducive for spin, then or maybe if the Indian team is afraid or very or maybe apprehensive of dew, they can add up of express fast bowler in Umran Malik, or maybe if the ball is swinging, then Jaydev Unakta can play. So yeah, it's a very good option which team management can look upon, especially considering that World Cup is going to happen in India, and you need 6 to 7 bowlers at your disposal. The captain requires them to be if so that if any of the bowler has an off day, that his overs can be covered. considering that in India you get batting friendly conditions with not so big stadiums, and that you can really make things difficult if you do not have 6 7 bowling options. So yeah, Jadeja and KL Rahul ensured that India won the first ODI quite comprehensively. Um, Australia will definitely be disappointed, especially apart from Stark. None of their bowler were able to swing the ball as much as Stark was able to do, and Adam Zampa, who is a very good spinner, a leg spinner. And he has taken a lot of wickets in previous tournaments, previous tour of India. He was pretty ordinary, and he was taken for the runs. Uh, Talking about second ODI and what changes can we expect? Definitely from India's point of view, with Rohit Sharma coming in, Ishan Kishan will be out of the team. That's the only change I anticipate. Although, like I said, that I want Jadeja to be batting in top four, and maybe Sky can be dropped, and Washington can Sundar can be added. Um, or One more change which I want to happen is Umran Malik playing in place of Shardul Thakur. Uh, Thakur, no doubt, he's a good bowler, and time and again he can go ahead. He can come up with almost unplayable deliveries. All of a sudden he can take wickets, but most of the time he ends up giving a lot of runs. So yeah, that is another point to be considered. And if you're playing another spinner in Washington, Sundar or maybe Akshar, then you might not need batting talent of Shardul Thakur. And Umran Malik will give you express pace option. I know Australia as a team is not that much will be wary of express fast, but definitely you need to give games for Umran Malik so that he can deliver. He can develop new bowling options like Yorkers, or maybe slower delivery, or maybe slower bouncer. But these things can only happen when he's playing. And you talk about any team, definitely any opposition, they always have a thing in their mind. If they know that there's a bowler in the opposition team who can bowl around 150k. So yeah, it can be a good option to go for to be included. As far as Australia is concerned, I think David Warner has recovered fully, so he will be back in the team. I'm not sure about Alex Carey, but if David Warner is in the team, then one out of Cameron Green or Mitchell Marsh will be out of team. It will be a difficult decision because Mitchell Marsh is playing exclusive. He's playing brilliantly as a batsman, but he's not bowling anymore with a lot of injuries. He's playing as a pure batsman. Whereas Cameron Green, he is a all-rounder option who can bat and bowl, and definitely on his day he can tear apart any bowling attack in the world. But considering that, as far as Cameron Green is concerned, there are other bowling all-rounders as well in Stoinis and Maxwell. So I think maybe they will drop Cameron Green for including David Warner. If Alex Carey is fit, then Josh English will make way for him. Apart from that, in bowling, I don't think so. They are going to make any changes. It will be the same bowling attack. Sean Abbott, Mitchell Stark, you have Stoinis, and then you have Adam Zampa. Although, like I said, that their bowler, I mean, I'm forgetting the name of that bowler. I mentioned it in the preview, but that Australian bowler is pretty effective. So he might be playing tomorrow. So Apart from conditions, it's going to happen in Vizag again. It's going to be a high scoring game with both the teams will be going to will try to score as many runs as possible, especially the team which is batting first. The effect of dew can be more in Vizag, and again that is something which would have been assessed by both the teams today, as they would be practicing and they would have checked what is the dew. But if there's a dew and if it is going to impact, then definitely sorry, both teams would love to chase. So that's all for today's video. Thank you very much. Please keep on watching and subscribe to my channel as well. Please uh, enable the notification so that whenever I'm putting any new video, you can watch it. You can like, you can share, you can give your valuable feedback in with your comments so that I can go there and I can keep on improving. I definitely need your support because yes, I love to share my views about cricket, but it can but in order to reach to the wider audience, I need your support. So please support me. Thank you very much and have a great day.